So, as you guys know, the unfortunate news about this high school, I believe, in Atlanta, Georgia, that was shot up by
Apalachee High School.
Apalachee High School. It was shot up by a Caucasian male. Well, how old is he?
Colt Gray.
Colt
I
Gray. It
think
was
his
shot up
name
by Colt Gray.
Yeah.
Um,
And now
very sad. I think
it's
what
very
four
sad.
was.
4 people were killed, 9 people were injured,
Yeah.
and the whole school is traumatized. Of course, the whole school is traumatized.
Yeah. But come to find out, he had this plan from about a year ago.
I know.
Apparently, apparently, as you guys, I don't know if you guys know or not, but all of our stuff is being monitored. And they were monitoring. I guess obviously in their monitorization, they saw that he was shooting up. He was looking up how to shoot up a school. And the FBI actually came to his house and confronted him with the news. And he said, no, I wasn't doing that. He denied it in front of his father and all this stuff. So I guess that held him off. That scare probably held him off for a year.
Well, they also asked the father, "Do you have guns?"
Guns in
the
the
father
house.
said yes, and he says that they asked him, "Does he have access to the guns?" He said yes. He said, "My son actually shot his first deer this year," and and he was very proud of that. And the FBI said, "Okay," and I guess the father was letting them know. I mean, he's responsible with the guns and stuff like that. Well, after the FBI comes and talks to your child about doing this, right?
Because it wouldn't have come if it
You
wasn't
should
factual.
not have gone and bought this guy a gun.
For
But that's what the
Christmas.
father did. He gave him a Christmas gift.
An AR-15.
This is after last year. The FBI has come to your home, said this about your child. Now you go and give him an AR-15 for a Christmas gift, and he used that same gun to go and shoot up that school. So I see in this case why the father, his name is Colin Gray, why he has been picked up, and the judge told him that he can get up to 100 and something years in jail. But I can see why. I mean, and then on top of that, they say that he had also asked the child, he's 14 years old, this boy, and he's going to be tried as an adult.
Good.
He's going to be tried as an adult. They said that he had been asking for help. He wanted therapy, something like that. To the point that a week before he shut up the school, his grandmother, the mother of his mother, went to the school. She apparently is a retired school administrator. She went to the school to talk to a counselor so that they can give him help. So I'm very interested. I don't know if you guys are interested. I'm very interested to know what the response was when she went there a week ago, a week till this happened, because they said that he had been asking for, she said the grandfather, the father of the mother, was saying that he has been asking for help, that his grandson has been asking for help. Now, they have 3 children. These parents have 3 children. The 2 younger children live with the mother. The parents are separated or divorced. The 2 younger children live with the mother, and the 14-year-old boy lived with the father. Because usually I think that when sons get to be a certain age, when they get to those teenage age, usually parents who are divorcing, a lot of times I have seen that the parents, the husband will usually have the sons who are becoming teenagers and stuff like that. If the parents wants the children, sometimes one parent doesn't want to live with the kids, but sometimes there are fathers who say, no, I want to have my son because he's getting up to that age or whatever. But it just blows my mind I will have an FBI come to my home. And I mean, I've said on the show before that, I mean, I just never had an opportunity to go get a gun, but it was something I was thinking of getting. But I cannot imagine as a parent having a gun, the FBI coming to my home and saying that my child, because even though the child will deny it, I as a parent will kind of probably think,
Have my corner eye on.
yeah, I probably will think that it actually did happen, regardless what the child says, I will think
What's
the
happening?
child is probably scared, right, to tell the FBI the truth, and probably scared about my reaction. So right away, I probably will get rid of the guns in the home, right? And
Well,
the next thing also will be therapy. You gonna be in therapy. Let's really begin to talk about why. Okay, you said you didn't say it, but why you think, and then now you're gonna watch all the ramifications that happen when this happened to schools. Like now we're gonna listen to the news of all the stuff that happened. Like
Well, also,
it's
I'm
going to
taking
be
away
a
the-
very aggressive. I will take it as if you said it, regardless what the child says. I not that I don't fully believe the child, but you even an adult will get afraid when the FBI comes, right? That maybe they might not tell the truth. So I'll just assume that yes, the child did say this.
And also, I'm taking away the internet. I feel like the internet is like the tree of
You're
good
gonna
and evil.
you're gonna lose so many privileges, that child. It's not even funny that the FBI came to my home. You're losing all kinds of privileges. Your hunting days
Are over.
Your hunting days are over because obviously you think that now I'm gonna go hunt human beings. Like phone is gone. TV, if you have it, is gone. Video games of you killing is gone. Like you are going to school. Like I'm gonna now be in the school, going to every PTA. I'm gonna be volunteering. Like I need to keep eyes on your crazy butt because it's going to be hell for you in my home for the next year, for 2-3 years, until you have some sense in your head 10 years later. You're going to be in all kinds of intensive therapy. Okay? I just feel like FBI comes to your home.
You don't give your child
I don't
an
know
AR-15.
what, I have no idea what thought process that the father thought, oh, I'm going to now reward a child who got an FBI coming to my house. Now we're going to reward this child. I'm not even telling the FBI he shot a deer. What? Now I'm going to tell him, you just told me he think of shootings. I don't understand.
The issue
If
is
the father
he wasn't thinking.
is,
Is
you
he
just
sound
wonder, like,
in the mind?
mentally, is the father all there himself? So I am actually happy that I'm kind of, and I heard about the Crumley case, right? I think that's the first case where the parents were put in jail for a child. In fact, they got, I think they've gotten 15 or 20 years because the child also shut up the school.
So if it's a child and it's in your care, how is your child going to go shoot up a school?
But I'm still not 100% on parents getting punishment for children doing crimes.
If you give
I'm
a
still
gun,
not
then yes.
100% on that. I'm still not 100% on that. Now, the Cromley case. Anyway, let's deal with this case. But this particular case, I am 100% them going to go get that data because I don't know. There's some kind of nuts. Something is not
Clicking.
clicking
The
at all.
elevator
Like
don't go to
it
the top
really
floor.
doesn't.
Because the child used the AR-15 he was gifted to shoot up the school.
why do you go buy him a gun? Well, your hunting guns are not enough. Like, I'm not sure in what universe we're buying children guns.
Well, can I also say
I
this?
can see that, like, when I said I was going to get a gun and I was going to take you all to the shooting range to learn how to shoot, it never, even though you guys are adults, it never processed in my mind that was a gift I was going to give my children. In terms of, I'm going to actually purchase a gun and say, oh, here's a little gift. That never processed to me. It was,
Yeah.
I will get a gun, they will learn, so that if anything happens, they're in the house, they know how to fire a gun. It's not that we have something here, they don't know how to use it. But it's not a gift that I will even give my adult children. So I'm not
Not even a
sure
gift I would
where you
accept.
will give a child. Like, this guy is 14. He's 14. And you gave him as a gift when he was already out there talking about doing this heinous crime. And then the FBI had come to your home that same year that he also killed his first deer, which I don't like the kill of the deers because deers are so cute. And deer meat is gross. I actually tasted it before. It was awful. Maybe it's an acquired taste.
I do understand that some people
Oh.
like who live in certain rural areas. I know because even my dad said they were teaching kids how to drive at like what 8 or 9 or something like that, learning how to drive really big trucks and all that
He
stuff.
was driving at 12, 13.
I do get that it's just sometimes that's what
That's
some
the
people
life,
do, but
that's
for
the-
me personally,
yeah.
I just don't think it's
And they were
necessary
hunting and all
for
that.
kids who are below the age of like 17, 18 should know how to shoot a gun. Like even me at 26, I have
I
no
wasn't
desire.
going to teach you. It was like you guys were past
No,
the age of
I'm
18.
just saying, like, even
What
teaching
I
them
was
how to
thinking.
shoot deer. Like, I can see that that's, like, a lively thing, like, teaching them
Is
how
that right?
to,
Yeah.
I mean, just, like, survival and stuff. But me, I don't understand these.
I know,
So I'm
you're
not trying
a
to
gun
criticize
person.
it or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like,
Everybody
if-
has their thing,
But this man, he was shooting deer, now he shot up a school. I feel like the issue is there's too many guns. There's just too many guns. What I enjoy about Tanzania, the police are the only ones that have guns. And it's not even all police officers that have guns.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like really the high ups, the ones that are like almost in the army. Like, if you see them coming around, they have it. But it's not even, they have it out in the open. You might see it on their side, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like, it's just, there's too much easy access. Like, you could buy a gun on Amazon and have it to your house. Like,
That's what happened. to
you can
the
even
one
buy
in
it at Walmart. Like,
Vladi.
it's too easily accessible.
Yeah.
Like, it's
He
insane.
actually got the gun from Amazon. Was it from Amazon? I don't want to say if it was from Amazon, but it was from somewhere. He just ordered it online, and as soon as he turned 18. Oh, really? he turned 18, and he just ordered the gun online. Now, I'm wondering about the criminal background check, because I thought they were supposed to have criminal background checks. Now, how will you know he had a criminal background check? Is he just saying, yes, I don't have any criminal background? Are we just taking their word for it?
It's just a mess, really.
There are some laws and rules that should be in place, but this is just sad. What do you think about them, teaching the what do you guys think of them teaching teachers
How to shoot?
right and have a gun? I'm sure some teachers will be like, that's not why I went into teaching. What?
Can I just say this? I feel like this.
Because that's what I was saying, like when I was a nurse, because sometimes now they go into the hospital shooting.
My
you
thing is,
know.
I feel like when a country has so many school shootings, like the fact that school and shooting is in the same sentence,
I know.
let alone, like, I feel like there's a serious issue with the country itself. Like, why is that able to happen? School shooting, you'll never hear about it here in Tanzania or in Africa.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you don't
I
say,
haven't heard of
we're
that
going to do
before.
school shooting here. We're going to be shooting up
continent.
places like for children, playgrounds. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that that's such a thing and it happens several times in a year, that's not normal. places where you go to learn should not be places that you go to shoot.
Yeah.
Like, this is not war. This is not a battleground. Like, America's not at a civil war. It's so abnormal. Like, it's not something that should be normalized.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is something that consistently happens, and that sometimes it's by kids themselves, I blame the video games. I blame the people, the higher ups who allow this. I also blame the fact that guns are so accessible. This should not be normal.
Yeah.
Shooting places like children, women, sacred human beings are being shot up.
Yeah.
Especially schools, you go there to learn, not to go kill your peers. It don't make sense. This should not be consistently
I worry
happening.
about the teachers having the guns. Because what if a student is bothering the teacher and then they start threatening them with the gun?
Nobody should be having guns.
Right.
Nobody needs to be having a gun. That's why I remember even this guy at this apartment. Remember that guy?
Which one?
They were at this New York apartment or whatever, stuff like that, and I guess he was having some beef or whatever with his neighbor. The guy came with a gun, tried to shoot the father, shot the mother, shot the son. We get upset. Let's get my gun and shoot my neighbor.
He surely did. We talked about that.
The fact that we even have a show
terrible.
called Fear Thy Neighbor, like whenever I watch that show, it blows my mind.
Yeah.
That you will beef with your neighbor and then kill your neighbor. Like, you have to live near this person. Is it that deep?
I know. Thank God we've not had. Well, we had one crazy lady, but
we don't engage because we know that we have to live with this lady.
We're way too civilized for that. Yeah.
Like,
I really had to navigate that really well.
And then also the issue I feel is that we popularize murderers. Jeffrey Dahmer should not be somebody that we go and dress up as for Halloween. There should not be Jeffrey Dahmer costumes in the store.
Oh, wow.
Like, we should not be, like, this man cannibalized lots of black men that he slept with. Like, this is not somebody who should be popularized. Like, we popularize murders, killings, all the stuff on TV. Like, and then we have these guns, and then, like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
This is why we have school shootings, and then we have these crazy games, like crazy stuff. Like, it's just too much.
And that's the thing.
And kids are so impressionable.
We've always had the Second Amendment, right, where we have the right to bear arms, right? That has always been part of the American culture. However, there has not been shooting in the schools back in the day. You see what I'm saying? So what has happened in the past 20, 25 years?
Technology.
That has caused this shooting in schools where kids are thinking, I can go and shoot up in the school.
These violent games.
The games, the movies.
And the thing is, they do all this
stuff. The normalization of violence with children. I remember when I first heard of, what was that movie that you guys liked that I really had an issue with?
The Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. I said, children now, little kids, I was like, this is an issue. This is an issue. Because these are young kids now. Now they're doing the fighting. Now they're doing the killing. Now they're doing all this craziness. We now start showing kids doing that. So we're normalizing.
Amongst children. That's where it is.
So, I mean, yes, we can say, right, everyone should not have a gun. But the Second Amendment has always been there. The right to bear arms has always been there in the whole founding fathers and the whole Constitution. It's always been there. The thing that has changed is the culture. The culture and what is the technology.
And then also easily accessible. You can go on to any of these online shops and get it.
Oh, well, okay, that's true.
Amazon coming to your house in 1 or 2 days, and then you take that same gun and go shoot up a school. That's crazy.
That's true.
That was not happening back
then. That did happen
then.
the last time there was a
so
shooting.
There's something wrong with America.
I don't think you should be able to buy a gun online.
I don't think people should be able to buy guns, period.
No, but it's alright.
And also,
I don't think you can take that away. But I mean, we should be able to buy our.
If you need a gun, then the place you live in at is not safe. Like really. If I have to have a gun
Right.
for me to be safe, then you don't even live in that place.
Well,
okay, and then also
It's not actually to be safe. Some people.
why else
just,
will you want to have a gun?
Listen, some people just want to have a gun.
For what? For what? I want to ask you people who have guns. I just want a gun for what? To give me a legitimate reason why you need a gun.
Because maybe you just want to go to the shooting range and shoot. That's why I wanted one. I wanted to know how to shoot. The same way I want to know how to throw a knife and hit my target. It's like throwing darts. I don't know. It's just me. Now, if they say that I can't have a gun, I'm not going to die. I mean, like, I can live without it. Like, if that's the rule, if that's the law of the land, right? I mean, I'm not going to cry about it. That's just the law of the land, right? So, but then I come from a different country. I'm used to abiding by the laws of the land, you know. I'm used to probably having my rights violated. Not violated, but, you know, like, I'm used to, like, there not being a total freedom of speech like that. So I am used to conforming well with society and whatever that rule of law is in that land. I'm used to respecting authority. But in America, right, people have their rights and the rights to speak, the rights to bear arms, and they're very passionate about their rights. So these are rights that have already been there since the, you know, I hate to say the creation of America because, you know, the Native Americans were already there.
Yeah.
But the America that we know right now, right? Since the creation of the America that we know right now, these have been the rules. I don't think that you now just change these rules like that, right? But maybe we have to look to see what's creating the problem because these rules have always been there for over a century. And it's not always been the shooting of the schools happening. This has only been going on for a quarter of a century. Now we have to monitor, maybe regulate that kind of stuff. Like games, violent games children should not have access to those violent games. You know, certain things.
Anyway.
That's just how I feel.
Maybe we'll do a part 2 on this, but we done spent 22 minutes and 11 seconds on this. Like, it's too
boy,
much.
you guys just get in the comments. Tell us what you think. I know we're both quite passionate about two different points of view.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
But I'm not judging nobody that have a gun. I just really know why. Like, I need a legitimate reason
and
why.
It's okay. It's okay for you to be passionate about not having guns. And for no one to have guns. I mean, that's okay. It's okay for you to have that viewpoint, okay?
Well, also, I do want to say that
that's fine.
I do believe that, I do feel like the justice system, because originally, because I heard this, I don't know how true it is, but I do believe it's pretty true, that police officers, that whole system was developed to catch slaves. Like, originally, that's where police officers stem from. Okay. So I do understand why maybe there's racism because of where it was rooted from. So I do feel like there has to be a re-education and then maybe a new system placed in. But obviously, that would take a while to do. So there's a lot of relearning and things that have to be done.
Okay.
But that's all I'm going to say on this.
So you think maybe that's why they have the whole thing about the right to bear arms?
No, that's not why. I'm just saying that I was going to say I don't think police officers should have gun based on that history. But then I was like, no, obviously guns are there for protection. But yeah,
police
I feel like
officers need guns because the citizens have guns. And what they going to do?
No, I'm not. I was thinking that, but I was like, no, I'm not going to say that or whatever. But I'm saying there has to be a
not go and be a police officer if they say no gun.
No, I do think they.
I would like.
I think they do,
but the citizens.
I think police officers should have guns. That's fine, but there has to be a re-education of it because of where it was rooted, like where it started from to begin with.
Yes.
So there's a lot of things that America got to do, and Kamala. You got too much shit to talk about for you not to be addressing apology, to not be to not addressing policies, and then you gotta talk about the policies and you gotta answer questions.
Well, she did have the CNN interview. She has had a CNN sit-down interview.
What?
And
What's for what
she has addressed some things.
I
I
watched.
think both candidates. There's still a lot
To be covered. I
There's
just saw
a
Kamala,
lot
so
to be
I
covered
was a little annoyed
with
by that.
these two candidates. All of them. America has a big job to do. So
All right, well, we're getting on 30 minutes, so thank y'all for
let's
coming
not
to our
get
TED
into
Talk.
politics because we are
Not
politic people, and so that's
Oh,
why
I'm not a politic
we
person.
stay away from politics on purpose.
Yeah.
But yes, anywho.
Good luck, America.